we're hosting the first music program in our new home. So we're honored to have each of you here. I will tell you this, that music is a very fragile craft. And it's a craft that requires not only the efforts of the performer, the singer, but also, believe it or not, the efforts of the listener. And there's specific things that an audience has to do in order to support this fragile craft. One of them is listen. To be actually focused and to listen. Because the singer's heart, a performer's heart is always on the brink of falling apart. And the reason why it's important that her or his heart not fall apart is because beauty in the art can only be discovered once he or she is able to let go. If it's formalistic, if it's procedural, there's no magic. The magic only arrives when the performer feels free to let go. So if I look into Shahji's eyes and I see that he's listening to what I'm saying and he's also vibing with the lyrics, with the meaning, that gives me more courage to say, you know what? I'm going to let go a little bit more. And I'm going to let more of myself enter into this song, into this ghazal, because you're giving me license to do that. And that's why a lot of times people that sit in a little mahfil like this, they forget that they're playing a very important part in the actual creation of that art. And so I would request each of you to join me in this, because this for me is a number of things. It's very therapeutic. It also attaches me and connects me to places that I don't know well personally. I know them only secondhand through the stories that my father, my late father, told me. And in some ways, this art, this craft, for me, is an ongoing love affair with my late father, because he gave me this gift, he explained the lyrics to me, he sang the songs for me, he brought into my heart a love for it, and I will tell you that this kind of music, as opposed to Western music, is very different, which is why I'm such a proponent of it. And the analogy that I've used before, and I'll use it again tonight, is that when you listen to ghazals, when you listen to Urdu, Hindi, Punjabi poetry, it's almost as if someone is giving you a special set of goggles that allows you to see the ultraviolet and the infrared. And prior to listening to these sort of art pieces, you thought, oh, it's just red, to violet. That's all that you see. And once you put on these goggles, I found, as a Westerner, that I was able to experience levels of intonation and emotion that I didn't previously know, that would touch my heart in ways I hadn't previously experienced. So I welcome you to kind of dabble in that with me and experience it. I will also tell you this, that although I'm not a particularly religious man, any spirituality that I do find, oftentimes I find through music. And it's because I believe the music is a way for us to enter the sublime, to lose our presence and move on to something different. Sufis actually have developed an entire art form designed to take us from the profane into the sacred. So this is not just my musings, this is an actual style and methodology that's commonplace. But it works for me, I hope it works for you as well. And it's why we're going to begin this evening with a hamd. A hamd is something in praise of the Almighty. So of God, Bhagwan, whatever your deity is, it's important to recognize that all things emanate from that deity and all things end with that deity, including music. So we're going to begin with that. And before we do that, I want to introduce these two amazing individuals that are seated to my left and right. I'm going to begin with Yusuf Haqqani, seated to my left. Yusuf Bhai is a dear family friend. He was a very, very good friend of my father's. He's originally from Indianapolis. Well, you were in a lot of places, but he spent a lot of time in Indianapolis, which is my hometown. And that's where he and my father became very close. in many ways over the common interest in music. And then from my father's interactions with Yusuf Bhai, I became acquainted with Yusuf Bhai, and we've become friends because we met here in Phoenix, and we've played music together and kind of worked on our little craft together. And he is visiting tonight from San Diego, and we are delighted to have you.
Thank you.
I'm so excited that you were a part of this first performance in this home.
I'm delighted to be here.
Thank you so much, Yusuf Bhai. And seated to my right, ladies and gentlemen, is a man that we don't really deserve to be on stage with. Because Praful is a world-renowned, world-class tabla player. And he honors us this evening by playing with ordinary folks like myself and Yusuf Bhai. I made dear to make you an ordinary man as well.
Never underestimate yourself.
So Praful
I enjoy
is...
playing with you a lot.
Thank you. You honor me that way. Praful is a student, a disciple of Allah Rakha. Allah Rakha is Zakir Hussein's father. Zakir Hussein, in many people's eyes, is arguably the greatest classical tablist in the world. It is a fair statement to say that Praful is another student of the same man, Allah Rakha. And Allah Rakha is a part of the Punjab Gharana. His ustad was in Lahore, which is the city of my birth. So in all things, there's always small connections. And Praful is a classical tablist, but he has always taken an interest in ghazal and in light types of music. And so we've been able to play together now for a number of years, even though he's now moved back to India, so it's much harder to get time with him. But nonetheless, I'm so honored that you're here tonight, and so pleased that you're here, and looking forward to having a good evening together. It's my pleasure. So we're going to begin with this hum, okay? And I'm going to introduce this guest artist in a moment. I'm going to keep her a secret for now. But there is another artist in the audience. Well, there's a couple of artists in the audience that are going to be joining us on stage shortly. So I want to begin because I have to always get translations for the things that I do. I want to try to the best of my ability to translate what we're going to do for you folks, in case there's anyone here whose Urdu or Punjabi is not up to par like mine. So this first hamd is Tujhe dhoondta tha main char su. I sought you, I was seeking you in every corner. Right? Tujhe dhoondta tha main char su. What's the next line? Teri shan jadle halal. Your majesty, your grace, your light lights up the whole universe. It is beyond measure. Okay? I found you, tu mila karibe ragegulu. And even though I'm seeking you far and wide, I found you no further away than my own throat. In other words, you were right here the whole time. I sought you out in all sorts of places, and yet you were as close to me always as my throat. Yeah, it's my jugular vein. There's one verse that I'll sing. Yusuf Bhai is going to sing a couple. I'm going to translate the one that I have. And I tell you this sincerely. On many instances, I cannot complete this verse without actually breaking down because it's so meaningful to me. But I want to try it again. Tere hukum se jo hawa chali. By your command, such a wind blew. Tere hukum se jo hawa chali. To chatak ke boli kali kali. And in that wind, as it caressed those flowers, each flower spoke. And what did the flowers say? Hai Rahim tu, hai Kareem tu. You are gracious, you are merciful. In other words, every flower, forget about me, every flower that moves and sways to the breeze is saying that you are Kareem, you are Rahim. So it's a beautiful hamd. It's a piece that Yusuf Bhai and I have sort of been doing for a while, and we're going to do it for you to start out our program. Okay?
Beautiful. Beautiful. Very nice.
तुझे ढूंढता था मैं चार सू तेरी शान जल जलाल हूँ तुझे ढूंढता था मैं चार सू तेरी शान जल जलाल हूँ तू मिला करीब रगे गुलू तू मिला करीब रगे गुलू तेरी शान जलाल हूँ तुझे ढूंढता था मैं चार सू तेरे हुक्म से जो हवा चली तो चटक के बोली तेरे हुक्म से जो हवा चली तो चटक के बोली कली कली हर तेरी शान जल्ले जलाल हूँ तुझे ढूंढता था मैं चार सू तेरा जिक्र दोनों जहां में है तेरा नूर कौनों मकाम में है तेरा जिक्र दोनों जहां में है तेरा नूर कौनों मकाम में है यहाँ तू ही तू वहाँ तू ही तू यहाँ तू ही तू वहाँ तू ही तू तेरी शान जल जलाल हूँ तुझे ढूंढता था मैं चार सू तेरी शान जलाल हूँ तुझे ढूंढता था मैं चार सू
बहुत अच्छा बहुत बढ़िया
Thank you.
बहुत good.
I'm going to jump off the stage because we only have one good working vocal mic. So Yusuf is going to do something, but I'm going to start with a sazina. A sazina is a musical piece. And it's a very playful piece in Rag Darbari, which you don't normally think about being playful. Because Rag Darbari is a very heavy Rag. You'll hear some other things later this evening in it. It's my favorite Rag. But this first piece is one that Noor Jahan made famous. And it's in Rag Darbari. Most people wouldn't even think of that because of how playful it is. It's Kandini Nana. I don't know how many of you are familiar with it. And Praful and I will do this.
So we have a guest artist here today with us. I'm delighted to introduce her to you. Her name is Revati Nanule. She is a classical Indian music teacher. She has her music school here in Phoenix, Awatuki, and she moved here from Ohio, right? Maybe you can just... Oh, Indianapolis, okay.
Means not from Indianapolis, we moved from Columbus, Indiana.
I took Columbus, Indiana. Okay, why don't you come and introduce yourself and let us...
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for inviting me here. I am a classically trained but not a ghazal singer. As Praful Bhai already told, like we speak Marathi, so Urdu is we are always passionate about Urdu and ghazals especially. But I am new to this word. Yusuf ji, I call them my ghazal guru. So whatever ghazals, the couple of ghazals I know, it is just because of him. And Yusuf ji, thank you very much for introducing me here. वो हम सफर था तुम न जाओगे सुना 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 है गैर की महफिल में तुम न जाओगे कहो तो आज सजा लूं गरीब खाने को अदावतें थी तगाफुर का रंजिशें थी मगर अदावतें थी तगाफुर का रंजिशें थी मगर बिछड़ने वाले न सब कुछ था बेवफाई थी वो हमसफर था मगर उससे हमनवा नहीं सब तन खाइयो चुन चुन खाइयो कारा सब तन खाइयो चुन चुन खाइयो दो नैना मत खाइयो इन्हें पिया मिलन गया बिछड़ते वक्त उन आँखों में थी हमारी गज़ल बिछड़ते वक्त उन आँखों में थी हमारी गज़ल गज़ल भी वो कि किसी को कभी सुनाई नहीं वो हमसफर था मगर उससे हमनवा नहीं हमसफर था मगर उससे हमनवा नहीं
गजल है, इन्होंने मुझे बता दिया, नसीब खुदा की।
Yeah, you don't need to say that. It's already there, right? So next one I am going to present is आज जाने की जिद ना करो। आज जाने की
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बेहतर।
I'm gonna let you trade seats here. I'm gonna do a Punjabi piece that I think will change the mood just a little bit, and then we'll come back to some more ghazal.